Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Probable with William O'Neill India. My name is Rajashekar Kongari, Equity Research Analyst. I am part of MarketSmith India team. Before we go ahead into the podcast, I would like to state the disclaimer, which is registration granted by SEBI, membership of BASN, and certification from NISM in no way guarantee performance of the intermediary or provide any assurance of returns to investors. Investments in securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Let's look into Nifty's daily chart to understand how the market is behaving in the current moment. As we have already seen, Nifty has been in a very good momentum from the last 3 to 4 months. From March, it found good buying support, and then Nifty scaled a new all-time high, and it almost touched 20,000 level, which is a very positive sign on the overall index front. However, if you are looking at at a more closer time frame, that is the last one or 10 trading sessions, you can see Nifty has come under some kind of profit booking or selling pressure, and it also breached its 21 DMA, which was acted as a good support during the uptrend. Now the same level has been acting as a resistance for the index, and during this period, making a new all-time high, Nifty continuously fell on higher volumes, you can see, and it added distribution days as well now. So distribution days help us to track weakness in the market. As most of you are aware of, distribution days when Nifty declines 0.2% or more on volume higher than the previous session. So currently distribution day count is at 5, and one of them is expiring in the next coming week because of 25-day rule. And yesterday's session was also considered as a distribution day because Nifty fell more than 0.2%, and volume was also on the higher side. Coming to the market status, friend, we are under pressure. Recently, we have changed because the distribution day count has elevated, and also Nifty breached its 21 DMA. So under pressure means there is some kind of pressure in the selling pressure in the market, and it's time to be cautious on the portfolio front. And for additions, you should be 100% sure, and most of the parameters should tick before adding to portfolios. Because in this market status, the probability of breakouts being successful will be on the slightly on the lower side when compared to the confirmed uptrend market status. Going forward, if this kind of distribution continues in the coming sessions as well, we might consider booking profits in our portfolio stocks, and we might change the market status to downtrend as well. By the time 50 DMA will also come to closer towards Nifty. So if the 50 DMA also level is also breached, then we can expect further selling happening in the market. On the upside, Nifty making a new all-time high will again put us back to confirmed uptrend on the O'Neill's market status front. Until then, we continue to stay in this uptrend under pressure. As the earnings season is continuously going on, some of the major companies which have come up with their results yesterday after market hours, starting with Hero MotorCo, leading two-wheeler manufacturer in India, has come up with their quarterly numbers for the June quarter. Revenue has increased 4.5% year-on-year basis to 8,700 crores of rupees. On the PAT front, it missed consensus estimate. Even though PAT increased 32%, but it came still below the consensus estimate. Profit increased 32% to 820 crores of rupees. On the EBITDA margin front, very good improvement was seen, 260 basis points of improvement year-on-year basis to 13.8%. Biocon has also come up with their numbers for the June quarter. Both revenue and PAT missed estimates, so we might expect some pressure in these stocks. Revenue declined 9%, more than 9% to 3,400 crores of rupees. Profit fell more than 67%, a sharp fall on the profit front, year-on-year basis to 100 crores. EBITDA margin has also contracted, declined 550 basis points to 21%. So we might see some kind of pressure in Hero MotorCo and Biocon as well. Sale authority has come up with their numbers, and for the revenue front and PAT front both surpassed estimates, which is a positive sign. Revenue, even though it increased only 1.4%, but it came above consensus estimates, and revenue increased 1.4% to 24,000 crores of rupees. On the profit front, shortfall was there, almost 73% to 200 crores of rupees. But still, these numbers are above consensus estimates. So already market street was expecting lower numbers than this, but company came up with a good set of numbers. So we might see good positive momentum in the stock. EBITDA margin has also contracted 280 basis points to 6.8%. Campus Activewear footwear company has come up with their numbers as well. Revenue increased almost 5% to 350 crores of rupees. Profit almost unchanged, decreased only 0.6% to 31 crores of rupees. EBITDA margin front, a good improvement was seen, improvement of 40 basis points to 18.7% of EBITDA margin. Honeywell Automation revenue increased 18% to 900 crores. Profit increased 1.4% to 100 crores. But EBITDA margin front, it contracted to 60 basis points to 12.9%. So on the operations front, the company has not done good. That is reflected in the profit figure as well. When revenue increased more than 18%, profit increased only 1.4%. And these are the major companies, and there are also other companies which came up with their numbers. So if you have any of these stocks, please be watchful. We might see some volatile action happening in these stocks. Also, coming to today's results, Hindustan Aeronautics, NHPC, Jindal Steel, Cochin Shipyard, GRSC, Godrej Industries are some of the major companies which will be announcing their results. And there are also other small and medium cap companies which will be reporting their numbers. Talking about overnight global markets, majorly US market, it closed on the mostly on the muted basis with a slight bias on the positive side. You can see the magnitude of change is not much, but the bias is on the positive side. Nikkei market is closed today. Only Kospi and Shanghai are trading. Kospi is trading flat. Shanghai is trading with a deep red, almost 1.4% of decline. So there are mixed cues from the global US market. Even though the cues are not strong enough, but US market closed on the higher side, but Shanghai is trading on the negative side. SGX Nifty is also indicating a muted opening for the, GIFT Nifty is also indicating a muted opening for the Indian market. Somewhere around 19,500, 550 levels, we might see opening. And from there, how the Nifty performs is completely dependent upon its constraints, which are major constraints. And then if the results come up on the positive side, you can see good momentum on the higher side. But some stocks like media stock yesterday, G Entertainment, upon the news of NCLT approving merger with Sony India, the stock surged suddenly almost 16%. So if these kind of any market moving news come up during the market hours, we can see either volatile action either on the higher side or on the lower side. On the chart of the day, we picked Trent. If you are a follower, you would have seen yesterday we had added this stock to our model portfolio. You can see the strong breakout is very strong here. It broke out from stage to a flat base. The base pattern is also very good. You can see volumes declined sharply during the base formation, and stock making a new high is a positive sign upon breaking out. Ratings wise, EPS is at 67, which is good enough. But if you look at the numbers, both EPS and sales numbers have increased sharply. Consistent growth was there for the last 6 to 7 quarters, which is a very positive sign. Price strength is also improving. You can see RS line increased sharply higher. So we might see further positive momentum in the stock. A by D rating is very strong at A, indicating good amount of accumulation happening in the stock. On the number of funds as well, you can see good improvement was there, except for March quarter. There was consistent increase in the number of funds which are invested in the company. Overall, most of the ratings are looking good, and the price volume auction was also looking good. So we took a call and we added it to portfolio. Currently, it is trading slightly at the higher end of buy range. If it comes back further, some pullback, if it is seen, then you can consider taking fresh positions. Thank you for joining today's pre-bill. Have a good trading session.